Alright, so we're finally back. I'm Alex Vo, and we're gonna be watching the Houdini and the City of the Fallen Rappers from Trap Geek. So let's get started here, and let's play the play button.
Not only you a target, you're rapping about these people. Your house is 10 times the size of their house. That would make me dislike me if I was on the other side.
I don't need you, all I needed myself. I wasn't asking nobody for help. She wanted me cause her name ringing bells. Designer the jeans, so designer the belt.
He was just like my favorite rapper, literally of anyone. He was my favorite.
When you really think about it, yeah, most artists do get killed in their home city. And why do you think that is?
Hatred. People looking at you, saying, I wish that was me.
Bullets sent many fleeing for their lives here on this stretch. Now, the 21-year-old has been identified as a popular Toronto rapper.
Alright, we gotta talk about the Houdini story, right? The jealousy and hatred rappers gotta deal with in their own home city is terrible. And that's a fact in every state in America. But one of the most violent cities right now for up-and-coming rappers to make it out of is Toronto. And people don't realize this. There's a reason Toronto's becoming one of the most surveyed cities in North America. It's looking like Beijing. They're getting cameras everywhere.
Yeah, seems like they are. Oh man, that definitely sucks, because you don't really think of Toronto being like this, because you know for sure Memphis, Chicago, Atlanta, Jacksonville, and all that stuff are probably the ones, but Toronto though, yes, all of them seems like to be nice people, but I guess not. If one thing happens, I guess everything happens, right? One beef, then if one from the other rival groups end up murdering one of your friends, it's gonna continue all the time, seems like. And though probably some of these places didn't have beef, then all of a sudden something happened, and that's how it all started, right?
Atlanta, Chicago, and DC got more surveillance per person. And that's because of the ongoing gang war that's been escalating for years, right? It's literally hunting season on rappers. And that's exactly what happened to Houdini. Houdini was sitting down with record labels in LA and New York, collabing with Pop Smoke. This kid was the real deal. Until a couple weeks ago, he was brutally shot and killed in broad daylight in the entertainment district of downtown Toronto. And this shit was surgical. They used Glock 9s with 30-round mags. They took advantage of Corona season by wearing medical masks to hide their faces. There was a 6-year-old kid that got caught in the crossfire, dodging bullets.
That has a high capacity magazine. It's a 30-round magazine. And as this unfolds, I want you to pay attention to the little boy that ducks into the vestibule here.
The whole thing was nuts, right? And the city is shook right now. Now we're gonna get into all this, but before we do, my song of the day today is none other than Houdini himself. Let's go.
Alright,
I'm gonna have to skip the song just in case here. We're gonna pass it so right about here, so I don't want to get like copyright strike. So we're gonna let me skip a little bit more. There we go. So we're gonna get right here.
Driftwood, or Northside Jane and Finch, and this is where Houdini's from. Now they're by far the most influential in terms of music in the city, but they're also a notorious
I don't know, back in the days that picture kind of almost looked like San Andreas, but even though this is real life, so R.I.P to all those people are in that picture, so I'm not trying to disrespect any of them, so, but the cover does look like San Andreas back in the days, but let's continue here.
Crip faction, right? They beef with pretty much everybody in the city. To the south of them, the south side of Jane and Finch, they bang Blood, and that's their direct rivals. The lowest income neighborhood in the city called Regent also has tension with Driftwood, stemming from rap beefs and rap killings. And another area called Rexdale has been Driftwood's rival for damn near a decade now. So they beef with everybody. Now in 2015, Driftwood kids kinda instilled the Chirac music vibe up in the north, in Canada. They were putting disses to rivals in their tracks and talking about the stuff they were doing in the streets in their lyrics.
If you diss my niggas, then you know we pulling triggers. Late nights with them killers, we kidnapping drug dealers.
Now that song is Robin Banks featuring Pressa. Pressa is one of the few who actually crossed over to the mainstream American scene, and he's actually living in Cali right now in a nice mansion. His rap career popped off for him, but before all that, he was involved.
So I'm guessing he's the only lucky one out of this one, right? So he's not the only, he's the only one who had the one didn't actually end up getting killed. But here we go.
involved in a case where he allegedly kidnapped 2 drug dealers, moving them around from location to location, holding them for ransom, until eventually forcing them to give each other head in front of everyone.
Oh my god, that's just weird. Like, how is he not in a prison cell? I'm guessing he got a really good lawyer. But here we go.
Everybody. 2 dudes. That's crazy. Now, Pressa was later cleared of those charges and granted the court's permission to go on tour with Drake out in England. And another rapper got 6 years in Pressa's.
I guess that's, yeah, I guess someone took the blame for it, I guess. So he took, well, he probably didn't get any sentence, but come on. He got lucky. He probably would have been in a prison cell, but I guess his lawyer and some other people definitely helped him save him. Technically, he could have been the next rapper to be killed, or probably the first one, but I know there's probably way more deaths just in this video. There's probably more before the Houdini and probably way more after Houdini as well. I just haven't really paid attention to it because, man, any deaths is pretty saddening for sure.
Place for the charge. Now, Press's partner Robin Banks, who was in that track that I just showed, he was practically the pioneer for the scene, right? He had the torch early on from 2015, and he kind of started this organic hood label in Driftwood where he was putting on all the rappers from his area. Robin Banks started getting millions of views, caught the attention of Meek Mill, who really rocked with the movement. Meek Mill and Robin Banks were sending paperwork back and forth. He was about to sign a deal with the Dream Chasers, and to celebrate, he was having the party at a hookah lounge called Cameo, where unfortunately his ops found out about it, infiltrated the party, and shot him up 9 times, leaving him in critical condition. Just as this man was about to cross over to the US scene, they orchestrated that hit on him. Now thankfully, Robert Banks is alive, but he's paralyzed from the neck down, and his ops.
Ah, man, that's definitely sad. Yeah, shot him 9 times. He did. At least I'm glad that he's alive, but damn, that sucks. He could have been probably even be huger in probably LA and other cities as well. I think he probably would have been huge at this point, but sucks. They actually ended up finding out where he was and then shooting him 9 times, and then now he's paralyzed. But at least he's making, I'm guessing he's still making pretty good songs. I just haven't been really listening to music that much often, so I probably should be paying attention to some of these songs and probably listen to them and try to support these guys. Let's go.
Were super disrespectful, posting memes of him in a wheelchair and stuff. Now
oh goddamn, that's kind of messed. Even though we paused it real quick here, but goddamn, that's kind of messed up doing that to a guy that that's messed up, man. Come on.
He's still doing his thing, releasing tracks and of course pushing the rappers from Driftwood on his label, but the rivals going after Robin Banks like that really escalated the violence in the city, and it made it kind of a trophy for people to target rappers. This was like the first high-profile assassination attempt on a rapper who was about to cross over. Now the next year, the most influential artist out of the country was Smoke Dogg. Now I'm not from Toronto, you don't gotta be from Toronto to know Smoke Dogg. He was getting co-signed.
I think I heard of Smoke Dogg before. I don't remember, but I think I maybe heard of him just because I think there was probably an article of him passing away. That's maybe why I actually know of his name, but I could be wrong. But let's go.
By Drake, doing shows in the UK and the US, and he's from the place called Regent Park. Now this is pretty much the trenches, right? It's the lowest income community in the whole city, but it's not very close to Driftwood, and because of that, they didn't really have too much tension back and forth until one summer night at a club in 2018, Smoke Dogg got into a heated argument with a Driftwood rapper by the name of 21 Neat, and this shit escalated quickly, right? They stepped outside where 21 Neat shot and killed Smoke Dogg and his manager.
God damn, even his manager as well. Damn, that sucks. You guys couldn't. Come on. Why you have to kill him though? That's the thing. You could have just tucked it out or something. I guess no. Nowadays, no one tucks it out. Either you're gonna be dead or shot out. Pretty much at this point, if you try to tuck it out. But come on, dude. Why do you need to kill him?
Probably one of the most gruesome after death videos I've seen of a rapper, right? People were filming him and Smoke Dogg's brain matter was like leaking on the.
Damn. I didn't even want to see the video personally if there isn't, if it's still up, but I personally won't watch that. But R.I.P. to Smoke Dog. Was I saying his name wrong? But it is Smoke Dog. Hopefully I was saying it correctly. But R.I.P. to him and his manager as well.
Road. It was a wild scene. Now this pretty much gave Regent the green light to go after Driftwood as retaliation.
Yeah, and it should, because you just killed their own rapper too as well, and you guys haven't really started anything. Now you just kill him. Now there's more people hating on Driftwood, even more rivalries. So you're making more enemies than you're actually making any.
And this created a whole bunch of new problems in the city, where two neighborhoods that otherwise didn't have too much tension now had maximum levels of tension. And Driftwood didn't really care, like they were welcoming all smoke. Now the Toronto police didn't arrest the rapper 21 Neat for quite some time. They couldn't find him. There were even rumors that he escaped to Somalia, but he eventually got found out all the way out in the west coast of the country near Vancouver.
Damn, that picture right there is kind of scary. He looks scary as hell. Yeah, looks like a guy who would kill you for arguing with him, but let's continue here.
Where he was extradited back to Toronto to stand trial for the murder of Smoke Dog. Now this is when the story gets wild, because 21 Neat has a brother who goes by the name of 22 Neat.
We heard of 21 Savage, but also 22 Savage. Like all the Savages. God damn. So why do you have to have the same name? But
right? They're both from Driftwood. They're from the same block as Pressa, Robin Banks. They're all homies, which is why it was weird when everyone found out 5 months ago in December of 2019, 22 Neat killed his own homie and fellow rapper on their label named YS.
Free case out, fucker and farmer. Only cook the ops that you gotta. If they don't make noise, why bother?
YS had just gotten back from doing a bit in jail, and he was on a bunch of tracks that were getting hundreds of thousands of views, and out of nowhere, the feds found YS's body all the way out on the west coast of the country near Vancouver.
Isn't that where his brother got caught? Could 21 be part of this too as well? Or was he already in prison for 21 Nate? I could be wrong, who knows, but could have been him too, because he was in Vancouver at that time as well when he actually ended up getting caught. But man, that's sad. You kill your own person in your group? What the hell is that, dude? Your own person in your label too, and that's your friend just because he just barely got out of prison as well. And then why? Because he's doing well in his music videos, getting 100K. That's pretty awesome for views and stuff like that coming out of prison. But now he's dead for no damn reason at this point.
And the rumors started circulating that 22 Neat, his own homie, was the one who pulled the trigger. Nobody really knows why he did it, but some people say it was over money. That's not been confirmed. Anyways, 22 Neat knew there would be repercussions, so he fled to a place called Calgary, Alberta. But he didn't last long. They actually found him dead 2 days later, as revenge for what he did to the homie YS. Now at this point, the city's in crisis, and Driftwood was—
Yeah, technically, he would have been dead either way. Because you just killed your own person in your label. They'll end up getting you again. So, it took them 2 days. Damn, they found out where he was that quickly. Damn. Kind of like
putting out all this talent, but this horrific stuff kept happening.
That's a Chromebook with built-in virus protection. So you can click with confidence. With no more of this, and a lot more peace of mind. Move along, viruses. Switch to built-in virus protection. Switch to Chromebook.
Yeah, 30-30.
The next to pop out of the city was this rap duo formed by two brothers from Driftwood known as the Talib Twins. They had this track with 5 million views that was scorching hot.
Okay, maybe we'll check that video out, but 5 million? That's pretty awesome. That's a good amount of views for music. So let's get started here.
In the city and in the US as well, before one of the twins eventually got locked up. So the other twin decided to keep the momentum going and kept releasing these fire tracks under the name the Talib Twins. In February of 2020, The Talib twin was at a condo party on the 32nd floor of an Airbnb rental when two of his ops infiltrated the party and started opening fire. The Talib twin fired back and managed to kill both of them before he himself died at the scene. And there's a bunch of speculation as to what happened. I mean, you can't make this shit up, right? Like, some people say he tripped and shot himself, but the feds believe he went into another room in the condo and just ended his...
Oh, wow. Like, you killed the two people who came into your B&B, and then you end up killing them, your two ops, and then all of a sudden you... I don't know what happened. He could still maybe end up getting shot by the other two ops. Maybe, I don't know, but all we could do is just speculate. But, man, R.I.P. to him, though. But at least, I guess, he did kill his two ops. That's kind of surprising, but the other part, like, really, tripped and fell and shot himself. That's kind of weird, but that's what we're gonna hear. But that's gonna be just rumors, and then the police telling, police always make their own type of reports too. Sometimes it's not always true. Sometimes it can be false too as well. But let's continue.
His own life. Like, the story's crazy, and the thing with Driftwood and the politics in the city is they beef with so many places that sometimes it's hard to say who is responsible for targeting them. They got a lot of enemies, and
yeah, that's technically true. They do have a lot of enemies now. Before they didn't, but you kill someone, of course, the other people are gonna want to come after you because what you did to some of their rappers. Let's continue.
And of course, at the end of May, the single biggest name out of Toronto who's not Drake or Tory Lanez or The Weeknd was the rapper Houdini. Now, as I said in my intro, this is a kid who was sitting down with record labels in New York and Los Angeles. He was gonna go places. But unfortunately, as the trend is in the city, Houdini was in the
another person who could have been famous as well in Houdini. Smoke Dogg could have been famous too as well. All these guys could have been famous, but like R.I.P. to them. Sucks they never actually end up getting to live their life and make some really good music, and they died really young too as well, so we never got to see these guys grow up, make good music, which that's all we want. By the end of the day, shootings, murdering, all that stuff always seems to be happening, especially with the beefs with all the groups. It's just not these groups here, Driftwood and some of the other ones here. Like in Chicago, that's the same thing. They don't live far away from each other. Jacksonville, Atlanta, and all that stuff. There'll always be someone getting murdered, seems like, in the music industry for rappers. But, man, I wish they all could just have a truce one of these days. But only way to have that for them to stop the beef is either all of them are dead or all of them are in a prison cell.
Entertainment district of Toronto late in the afternoon, and little did he know there was a Volkswagen Tiguan that was lying in wait on the east side of a street called Blue Jays Way, which is right where he had to go by. They were waiting for a long time, over 40 minutes, and Houdini was with a 15-year-old boy at the time, and they were making their way down the street. And once
Dude, even waiting him for 40 minutes, someone must even really hate this person. Like, hate Houdini really, but waiting for 40 minutes, someone really wanted him dead. That's what it seems like at this point, but let's go.
They got in range of the Volkswagen, a lone shooter got out of the vehicle and started unloading a bunch of clips in Houdini's direction. There was this little kid who was caught in the crossfire, as well as a family. Like, this whole thing is on CCTV footage, right? It's heart-wrenching.
Yeah, that's kind of scary. I don't know if anybody else got injured or not. Doesn't seem like it, but thank goodness no one, like, innocent people got shot up at or getting injured from these guys who were just shooting at Houdini. But, man, that sucks. Let's go here.
And they unloaded a bunch of clips into Houdini, who got hit and kept running, right? Adrenaline, even if you get wounded mortally, you could still run because you got adrenaline. So he was running with a bunch of bullets in his body and then eventually collapsed and died. And the 15-year-old kid who was with Houdini was also strapped, and he was trying to get up.
Damn, even a 15-year-old has a gun? God damn. I guess a lot of young people over there still have guns too as well, seems like. God damn. Oh man, that's crazy. Even 15-year-old, I'm guessing there's even younger kids than just 15-year-olds have weapons and are still probably part of the gang too as well. So that's kind of scary.
Off shots back at the assailants, and then his gun jammed, right, which he got rid of in an alleyway and ran away. Now Meek Mill, Tory Lanez, and a whole bunch of others took to social media to express their condolences as soon as this happened, and you could see just how much the industry was rocking with Houdini. Like, this was a kid who was about to make it. But just look at Toronto. The city is in shambles right now. Like, the retaliation killings have already been ordered. Houdini's own memorial got shot up in this ridiculous...
Like, why? Why at a funeral, dude? Like, do you hate this guy that much or something? Like, what did he do to any of these guys? He must have done something that bad or something. Jesus Christ, even at your funeral.
This video you can see on YouTube, it's like this drive-by style video where out of the darkness this car pulls up, starts opening fire into a crowd. The whole crowd is strapped up, so they immediately start firing back.
Oh, damn, even like, everybody at the funeral knew something was gonna happen since all of them had a weapon. God damn.
But this shit is nuts. I know this happens in the States, it's nothing new, but I'm coining Toronto the city of the fallen rappers because the trend recently of the up-and-coming rappers who are now dead is just unparalleled. Like, you can't compare it. But yeah, man, that's it.
Yeah, man, just being a rapper alone doesn't seem like you're gonna be living, especially over there. It's just not there, but any places, like even in Chicago and stuff like that, if you're part of that group, you're not gonna be living anytime soon. You're not gonna even pass your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, even probably your 50s. So you're gonna die really young. That's the sad part. And some of these guys, yeah, they are pretty good rappers, but at the end of the day, they just joined the wrong group. That's pretty much it. Joining the people you should be. You technically joining some of the bad people and stuff like that. You probably should not be in any of those, but people think sometimes gang members and stuff like that, or gang alone, are your families, but at the end of the day, they're also the ones that could also end up killing you as well. It's just not just your rivals, but also your own family members of your gang could still end up killing you as well. But
for this video, rest in peace to Houdini, gone but not forgotten.
Alright, so that is the end of the video. So that's an amazing video from Trap Geeks there, or Trap Geek, not with the S there, but Trap Geek. So that's an amazing video. I might check out some of his other ones too as well. Yeah, to me, like, I don't think there's never ending stories of any of these rappers. It doesn't seem like it's never gonna end. Their beefs is never gonna end, but it's gonna continue. And I'm guessing there's probably way more deaths now since after Houdini. So I don't know any of the other rappers, but R.I.P. to all of them, and have a great one. I will see you guys next time.